We've got a response from the Ministry of External Affairs. Now, in a response to the Guardian's report, India's Ministry of External Affairs has denied all the allegations, reiterating an earlier statement that these are false and malicious anti-India propaganda statements. Remember, this is mentioned in the Guardian report. So these are the latest inputs that we've been getting. Now, joining us on the broadcast is our colleague Abhishek. A very good morning, Abhishek. We just tracked down the broader contours of this Guardian's report, and Ministry of External Affairs has come forward and denied all these allegations. How are we seeing this entire controversy falling out in place?
Kohina, as much as Indian government and the agencies would like these terrorists to be killed wherever and whichever part they are in the world, the entire of the allegation that Indian agencies or Indian government has been involved in extrajudicial killing or killing adversaries on a foreign soil, on a country of sovereign territory, is something that is very false and very malicious propaganda. That was the MEA had also told the Guardian when they asked their response about this entire operation, about 20 terrorists being killed in Pakistan and whether Indian agencies were involved. Apparently, the Guardian also quotes some anonymous Indian intelligence officers and Pakistani intelligence officers also. But the Indian Ministry of External Affairs, through some anonymous officer, they had responded to Guardian's request, telling that these are false and malicious anti-India propaganda. And they also quoted External Affairs Minister Ajay Shankar's earlier remark when he, on the same type of question or same type of context about the extrajudicial killing and linkages of Indian agencies in those killings, he had said that targeted killing in other countries were not the government of India's policy. So MEA had tried to totally be clean on its part that these are not state operation, these are not state policy to go ahead and kill somebody who still is an adversary of India, to kill someone in a foreign soil, in a country of sovereignty.
Right, Abhishek, help us also understand, since the Ministry of External Affairs has come forward and denied all the allegations, are we trying to look forward to or utilize any of the diplomatic channels to contest these claims?
India has always claimed and always denied such allegations. In fact, we have seen in the case of Canadian government's allegation also that they had credible allegations, credible intelligence about the allegations of Indian agencies or affiliated people being involved in the killing of Hardeep Signature last year in the month of June. Then also came the case of United States citizen and terrorist and Seek for Justice leader Pannoon, which also a US government said that Indian agencies and the people affiliated and the government officials were trying to hire gun to kill Hardeep, to kill Pannoon, Gurpatwant Singh Pannoon, which has been a very prolific anti-India propagandist, and he has been trying to terrorize Indian communities and has been also involved in Khalistani operation in not only in USA but Canada and other part also. So there are these adversaries. They have been anti-India propagandists. They have been a security challenge and concern for India. But going ahead and killing them on foreign soil is something that India has never done. India has that is not the state policy. This is what Indian agency, this is what Indian government officials have always maintained. So far, Canada has also not been able to provide any concrete proof that would establish Indian agents' role in killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, and the same case has been with the USA government also. There are intelligence input that USA government had shared with Indian side, and Indian side is also looking into that for their own security challenge as well. So to establish that Indian agents were involved in killing of these 20 people in Pakistan is something that is very, very hard, and it is deniable. MEA has always denied such allegation, and the report suggests quoting intelligence officials from Pakistan,
right.
And that would totally be anti-India propaganda as well.
Right, Abhishek, I'll request you to stay with us on the broadcast as I'll come back to you to understand the impact basically on the regional security dynamics. But right now we're cutting across to Arunima. Arunima, help us understand, are we looking forward to face any kind of implications, especially for India's international relationships, when it comes to the report highlighting the facts and the allegations of Indian involvement in targeted killings outside its borders?
See, three things as far as implications of this report. First one, Abhishek has just summarized. We are a law-abiding country. We are committed to international law. And therefore, the MEA's response is completely in sync with that, making it very clear, reiterating that India is not into targeted killings of nationals who are based in other countries. We want to follow the international law. That's the first thing. Second, however, is the political implications of it. We are looking into a Lok Sabha elections. The Guardian report says that all this policy about, This has been said often by the Prime Minister, by the Prime Minister's supporters, that post Pulwama, the messaging from the Indian government is, in Hindi, they said, घुस कर मारेंगे. What effectively
Right.
that policy summarized was that if you are going to come and kill us, we will not just sit here and protest and send you dossiers. We will get there and get you. So in that broader framework, this Guardian report just fits in perfectly for those who are trying to propagate that this is what the Prime Minister's muscular policy is all about. Of course, Government of India will deny it, but politically speaking, there will be some who will underline it to try and showcase the difference between perhaps Congress's response post 2611 and what this current government has done after Pulwama happened. And the third thing, if you see the report, the Pakistani intelligence officials who have been quoted say that we could not have come out and said openly that these 20 Pakistanis were killed by Indian supported agents, because how do we accept that these are terrorists from Hizbul, Lashkar, Jaish who are being harbored by Pakistan? We are looking at the time frame when FATF scrutiny was still on. Pakistan was under tremendous pressure to show that it was not harboring terrorists, and therefore it could not even come out in the open and say that these terrorists have been killed allegedly by India. But now that this report has come out, there could be domestic implications in Pakistan as well.
Right, Arunima, thank you so much for all those details. But now I'll get back to Abhishek to understand the wider implications on the regional security dynamics. Now, Abhishek, help us understand what likely will be the impact could these revelations potentially have on regional security dynamics, especially one, particularly concerning with the relations of India and Pakistan. Second, with the implications of 6 separatist movements and their support, these kind of conflicts when it comes to India and other relations?
To be fair, Koina, the India-Pakistan bilateral ties are already at a spot from where it cannot be pulled down further, especially with such reports that has been published in Guardian. These allegations of India, targeting people inside Pakistan has been going on for a very long time. In fact, Pakistani intelligence officials are not the first time that they are trying to reveal or put the blame on several killings and unnatural deaths that has happened in Pakistan, and incidentally, they were also linked with cases and crimes done in India. They have always put the blame on India. There have been several people who were, either a supporter of Khalistani or they were affiliated with certain terrorist organization, be it in Lahore, Islamabad, Rawalpindi, and there have been killing going on for a very long time. But to be fair, Indian agencies' role in that has always been denied by India. Even now, when India has clearly said that these are false and malicious propaganda, that also kind of shows how Western media tries to create a narrative against India on the issues of India being involved in extrajudicial killing, especially in the wake of Canada and USA alleging that Indian agents were some kind of they had involvement in killing of at least one citizen in Canada, that is a Khalistani terrorist, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, and another Khalistani propagandist, Gurpatwant Singh Pannu in USA. There was a plan that was being hatched, and just in the nip of time, that plan was destroyed and uncovered by the US agency. So this report is clearly going to give some fuel to those narrative, but of course, India-Pakistan bilateral ties not going to change much on that.
All right, Abhishek, thank you so much for bringing in all those details. Well, joining us on the broadcast is Major General KK Singh. A very good morning, Mr. Singh. Thank you so much for joining us on CNN News 18. Well, Mr. KK Singh, we've been broadly covering all the contours of this report by The Guardian. But how do you see this impacting on the regional security dynamics, especially in the geopolitical region pertaining to India and Pakistan?
Good morning and Jai Hind. Just see this, the report and especially in the Guardian which has come. It is total first thing, it is malicious. It is, just the imaginary thing which they have, tried to bring it out and try to put the blame in India. India is a country which believes in, the land of the law and international laws. Our agencies do not work, and they have never worked. In the world over, if you see, there are a number of agencies which are supposed to be very, very, they have got their name in the field of intelligence and covert operations. Overtly, we do it. We never do covert operations. Covert